Hello everyone, welcome my valuable friends. Welcome to a new live. I'm so happy to connect with you on this beautiful call. And my name is Tetivik. I welcome you to Royalty Living. And today we have a wonderful topic and we will be in a quiet place and comfort so we can discuss everything. And I've created and prepared 4 different chapters for the topic, so it's going to be very concise. We're going to start right in, and of course, if you would like, as I always tell you, if you're new, welcome. You're welcome to be here. We're welcoming everyone. You can ask the questions, and then I will be reading them in from the comments. And then, of course, if you would like to book one-to-one session with me, you can do that. You can purchase all the online courses as well, and any beautiful dresses, anything that you see that I'm wearing, of course, everything is also available for you. Everything is created for you. Hello, Tetivik. Hello, my darling. So what we're going to do today, first I will tell you a wonderful announcement. In a few, I think few minutes, maximum maybe 1 hour, we're going to be a very big group of, new community, 9,000 people. That's amazing. So thank you everyone for making this possible. And I'm going to create very beautiful courses. I promised on my last video that for 9,000, I'm going to create 9 different courses that they're going to be very achievable, very affordable, and you can do them like in 1-2 hours and pay them like when you buy groceries or go to the dinner. And when I do the lives, I love doing that, welcoming my space. And I always tell you and I always teach you that make sure that your house looks like a hotel. So I actually do what I preach, and we don't have the air conditioning working, so my door is still open. If you notice from my other live, I had the door open, so I'm sorry if you hear some sounds, but my man is sitting really close, so he's kind of monitoring, if someone is walking, like he's just protecting me. And if he has some call or something, please forgive him. If he talks like a few minutes, it should not be too long. So we are good. I welcome you to a beautiful place, calm and quiet. And I managed to find, remember last time you were in other corner of the living room and the air conditioning was doing some very high noise, so now it's off for the live, but then I left the door open, so it's from the lobby, so it's really good. And yes, everything is good and we have a good security who takes care of us, so everything's going to be amazing. We're going to have an amazing time. So I hope the sound is great and I hope that you can hear me well. And let me know if it distracts you. I can close the curtains so you don't see the street, but it's really beautiful actually. Outside it's dark, it's night, so I just wanted you to see. I was just watching your other live. The timing in the UK is different. Yes, hello, hi, I love the hearts. I think, what time is it there? Is it like an evening there? Can someone tell me? By the way, by the time you're joining, can you let me know where from and what's the time zone so I can kind of understand when I'm doing the live in this time, what time it is for you. So as a tradition, I'm going to tell you a few announcements and then we're going to start because it's a magical topic. I'm going to announce the topic, don't worry, and then going to tell you about the chapters. So I have this beautiful tradition that I decided to make, and this part of the announcement that every time before we do the live, I'm going to find my own, of course I create them myself, like an inspirational quote. Today we have a very beautiful, I will just show you quickly how it looks like. Of course for you it's like a reflecting image, so I will just bring it closer to you so you can see. It's like a beautiful house with a beautiful lamp, the bed, everything, the chandelier, and there's a message. So today's inspirational message, I will read for you. My home is my safe haven. I create safe, luxurious, comfortable and clean space for myself. I'm grateful for my house. I choose to live peacefully, to have beautiful things and decorate my house with quality items. I'm responsible to create comfortable place for my own soft femininity to blossom, for my mind to recharge, for my body to be fully protected and rest, and I'm created to organize my place to be pleasant, bright, safe, and give me peace. So wonderful like inspiration I created. And all these inspirations, you can also download them. And I have an idea to kind of put them all together so people can actually, print and then put on their walls. A lot of girls are doing that already, so I'm super excited to do that. So someone says Eastern, so EST. Yes, I had to leave yesterday live because it was so late, almost 1 a.m. Oh, so how is it now time? Is it good? because yesterday I connected like really late here, so I think it was very late for you, but now it's a good time. And I wanted to do like really precise. I wanted to kind of stick to my promise. So I booked the call at a certain time and I arrived 20 minutes before, make sure that everything is good because I was out. And this was my outfit for the day, so I decided to stay on it. So you can see I love it. And I have this new inspiration. You have seen this dress before. You see these things? So I created them and they're removable. You can remove and you can put to any other dress. And you remember maybe my bracelet from yesterday? So I loved it so much that I bought two. And now here you go. This is you can change the dress, and I absolutely love this. It just makes it so beautiful. Matches with the earrings, matches with everything. So we're going to have a great time. Today is good, 7:30. Oh, amazing, yes. Yes, because I like this time. For me, it's really late, like it's after 3 o'clock, but I know with the time difference, and especially with people in the US, it's, I need to try to make it in the evening for them, or in at least daytime or morning, so they can connect, so people can function. I can sleep in the daytime, but people still need to work or study. So I'm happy to see you. Thank you for the beautiful flower. Thank you for joining. And we're going to start writing. So I'm so happy to do it right away so I can give you more time to go through all the chapters. And I absolutely love this quiet because, if you want, I can, of course, put the music, but I just think it's much better than you can just hear me, because when sometimes I am downstairs when I go, then they have music on because we have a restaurant there, so they have music, so that music, the channel thinks, oh, you're using someone's music. So I love quiet, so we will stick to the quiet. And I love when you say I love at your place. So here you go. Welcome. You can come sit down and be comfortable, and we're going to have a great time. So today we have a wonderful topic. We are going to discuss the secrets of a superwoman. Superwoman is a very deep like a wording I'm using, and I want you to understand that I will explain what I mean actually with that. So the secrets of a superwoman, and there are 3 secrets that, of course, there's so much more, but to do the course, I'm going to do a very vivid and a very like a straightforward training that is going to be 1.5 hours maximum with all these questions, and we can discuss all the chapters. And after that, you will have like a full imagination. And I'm going to create a huge, different, separate course about Wonder Woman powers, and I'm going to include all these videos in there. So if you're here, welcome to watch, and then after that they will be part of the paid course. So how do you like, does it sound exciting to do a course for a Wonder Woman course? So I can't wait to do it. It came to my mind today. I woke up and I'm like, I'm going to do it, because I always thought of myself as someone powerful, as a Wonder Woman, as a superwoman, so I want to give you that knowledge and remind you that you're very valuable, and remind you that you also have that. So yes, hello, you look amazing. I love the orange hearts. Thank you. I watched yesterday night living. It was the live yesterday night. It was amazing. Thank you. Yes, and I can see like in like a couple of 10 hours, it's like already 400 people. So if you think about it, 400, 500, 700, 1,000 people, if they watch, we might not understand, but it's, imagine 10 people, imagine 20 people, imagine hundreds and thousands. Imagine what kind of influence it can have towards our femininity and towards our beauty. So I'm very excited to teach, and I'm very, very prepared to this topic, and I cannot wait to go through everything with you. So the secrets of a superwoman and her powers. Today we're going to have 3 different secrets that she holds that the society might not know. And by superwoman, I mean it's a very specific, very different, unique woman that knows what she wants, and she's actually very special. She's very rare. So in here we have 3 different aspects. First of all, is we're going to discuss, the first chapter is the rare, superior character of a superwoman. Superwoman is not a random person. She's not as everyone else. She's very different. There is a certain rarity in her. So this is going to be the first chapter. In the second chapter, we're going to discuss the more like a physical appearance, the slimness of her, like the classy slimness that she has. And I'm going to go through each point and explain to you everything. And then the third chapter is going to be about the high intelligence, so her mindset, and of course the emotional intelligence as well. So today this is the topic, and it has like 3 very beautiful and heavy chapters, and we're going to go through each of them. And by the end of the chapters, you can as well write the questions. I will read them and answer the questions. So it's going to be really life-changing, and it's going to give you a lot of knowledge, a lot of inspiration, and a lot of power to move on with your life in a way, in a direction that you actually desire to. So get ready, take your notes, sit down, make yourself comfortable, have some water, have something to eat, have something to drink, whatever makes you comfortable, and make yourself comfortable in a way that you're sitting or laying. If you're driving, be careful. And of course, get ready to learn something new. Are you excited? I'm so excited. All right, so we're going to start the secrets of a superwoman, and I'm sorry if I'm looking down, I'm just looking at your comments and this summary. And I always do this, and I suggest you to do as well. When you have preparation or something, I suggest you to do your own like summary and put some notes that you can actually stick with, and then use the notes going forward. And in general, I hear nowadays that it's very active. There is this active movement that people just turn their camera and they say, oh, I'm just going to go like with the flow. I'm going to, some people use like a certain word saying, I'm going to use the downloads. And I always like, what download? What are you talking about? Yes, but I mean, I understand metaphysically what they're talking about, but I am very grounded and I'm very humble, and I don't believe in these kind of things. I believe that I'm a teacher, I'm prepared, I come with the knowledge, I sit down and I teach. So my videos are always going to be structured, my videos are always going to have bullet points, my videos are always going to have chapters to make you feel relaxed, because if I'm teaching you something, this is not an entertainment video. I would like you to have a structure. I would like you, when you're reading a book, you have the number 1 chapter, you have introduction, which we always do, 5-10 minutes we talk, we greet each other, I tell you about the topic, and then first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, and we have a summary, and we have questions. So excuse me for the noise, but I feel good that he's here, you know, and we're going to go out after as well. So I'm going to stay in this dress. I love it. I already, you know, I was saying to you, I dressed up, and I'm super excited to be on time, and I love this because then I keep my word to you and you don't wait too long. So it's amazing. It's an amazing topic. So let's start right away. So the first that I'm going to discuss with you is her superior character, her rare character. This is number 1, first chapter. What I want you to know in general is number 1 chapter is the superiority. She is a rare woman. She is behaving different. She's dressed different. She's covered differently. So I can see your comment excited. Yes, me too. And this is the woman when you look at her, you see her, you can sense that she's different. You can see that she's different. Visually, she looks very different than other women. Visually, she moves differently than other women. And I called it not just secrets of a woman or not a secrets of a beautiful woman. I called it secrets of a superwoman. Now, I want to tell you one moment before I dive in more into the first chapter, that it does not mean that you need to have this, you know, not sleep in the night, serve the people, save the planet, you know, have the rocks on your shoulders and fly. And like, I don't mean in a literal way that you have to be this perfection, that everything needs to be under your control, you need to fix everything, you need to have all the solutions. By superwoman, I use this terminology in a very different way, that you have a big influence, that you have a big change that you can do in the world, but you're still feminine. You still put yourself first. You still relax. You still do the things that you need to do. So it's not about you trying to, I'm looking at the walls, like move the walls, you know, climb to do these curtains. These curtains are very high. I can never do them. So the men needed to put the stairs and hang them. So Superwoman is not the one that is draining her energy and being, you know, squeezed and juices all squeezed like a lemon, but she is powerful woman. Superwoman, as I mean, as a power, not that she's serving the whole humanity, but she's serving herself, her dreams, her goals, what she wants. And by superwoman, I also don't mean that you need to, you know, skip meals, that you need to work too hard, that you need to do everything and finish everything before the deadline, and not sleep because you want to finish a project. And, you know, for example, absolutely sacrifice yourself for the children, or do everything that a man says that you do not agree with. Superwoman is not that. That's more like a woman without power. But the superwoman is the one who knows her value, who knows who she is, who knows what she has inside, and she's choosing carefully how she wants to live her life. And she lives life with an impact. And if it's raising children, your mission for the world, mission for the, I love the mission, it's like my cape went like this, I loved it the moment. If that's your mission, to raise children, that is wonderful. Because I know one girl, she's absolutely beautiful and she has a beautiful channel. A lot of people follow her and she's just raising her children. And that is her, ministry. That is her dream life. That is her goal. And that's what she's doing. And that is beautiful. I would change my life in 1 second to be a mother tomorrow. If I can just have children tomorrow, I will like finish everything. I'm like, I don't need anything. I'm not interested in anything. I just want to raise my children. I just want to take care of my family. I'm very family oriented. I'm very old school. I'm very old fashioned. And that makes me feel very good and very grounded in my life. Like, I am beautiful. I'm very smart, and absolutely, I believe that God takes care of us all. But I am also very family oriented. So I don't have this, that I want to be an influencer or I want to be like on social media. I don't do those things and I don't chase those things. I never been that. I never try to show off. I never say what I have. I never even like do like a tours. I just live my life. I just be, and with my example, with my aura, with my demeanor, I try to influence women and inspire them to be more feminine, to be more beautiful, to look after themselves, to know that the love is possible. So this is what I want to tell you. Now, regarding her superior character, I have few words that I want to read to you. And when I'm going to read them to you, just ask yourself, like, do I have it? How do I feel when she's reading it? Just like a little bit like a test, like a emotional test. So superiority in her character is that she's a rare woman. Am I a rare woman? Or am I like everyone else? She's magnetic. Or am I simple? She does not do vengeance, so there is no revenge. She leaves the vengeance to God. She doesn't revenge to people. There is no talking back, arguing, or fighting in her life. Next word is that she disappears where she's not valued. She doesn't explain. Rolls Royce, ghost. Have you ever thought about it? Why ghost? That's motto of one of the Rolls Royce is ghost. Another is phantom. And read the history. It's really interesting why they came with these words. And Rolls Royce is one of the quietest cars in the world. Quietest. They did a very interesting, like a test where man was recording the silence. There is this machine that can record how many decibel it is. Decibel is the sound. Yeah, the vibration of the sound. For example, my voice has a specific decibel. Radio has a specific decibel. It's a specific wave. How high is the voice? So they recorded how much noise it is in a child's room where there is no one there, where the child is just sleeping. There is like no movement. And then they put that the same to compare when Rolls Royce is driving on a highway. Rolls Royce will go quieter, sometimes maybe 2-3% higher. But the sound in a Rolls Royce while you're driving has the quietness, amount of quietness, the low or decibel, like you will be in a child's room where the child is sleeping. So that really makes you think, how did they create this beautiful, luxurious, powerful car with such a low sound? And Rolls Royce is a luxury car. Rolls Royce is not a sports car, it's not a supercar, it's not a regular car, it's not a casual car, it's not a mountain car. Yes, Range Rover, Defender, all those, it's a luxury car. And luxury has one key word: silence. Silence. Right now, if you think about it, is a beautiful moment because there is silence. I don't need to prove anything. Silence. I can even be quiet. My whole demeanor talks. When you look at the face of the Rolls Royce, don't you want to squeeze his face? He just talks. So I want you to learn that this Superwoman has these abilities to disappear. She is that Rolls Royce ghost, Rolls Royce phantom. Those are names of the models. And look how beautiful they look. And there is not a coincidence for these names. Is that I'm too valuable, I'm a luxury car, you don't appreciate me, I will disappear. It's that, this beautiful, luxurious energy that I know my worth, I know how valuable I am. And I would like you to check how much Rolls Royce costs and understand that this is not a joke. This is not a small regular car that you can pay 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 and buy it. It's a very valuable car. And it behaves very, very valuable. So the Superwoman, her first characters are that she's rare. First is a character, her superior rare character. That means she's rare as a woman. You look at her and she's like, wow, I've never seen a woman like this. Sometimes women are so beautiful and, excuse me for the sound, the garden is not far, so you can hear some people walking past. So you can hear, you can see her, and you're like, wow, I never met a girl like this. And sometimes I have beautiful girls who are commenting, I never met a woman like you that has everything. She's smart and she's beautiful and she believes in God and she's humble. That, you know, she's like, yeah, I never met someone like that. And I like when they say that because it's complete truth. I know who I am, but I'm so happy that people can see it. So I want you to understand rarity is part of your character. It should be part of your character. You shouldn't be for everyone. I wish they can go home. That you should not be for everyone. You should not talk with everyone. You should not be everywhere and seen everywhere. Rarity, rarity. Can we write down secrets of Superwoman? Number one is her rare, superior character. Let's put the first summary, first chapter. Secrets of a Superwoman. She has a rare, superior character. Are you ready for us to continue? So rare is first keyword, mannerisms, magnetism, no vengeance, no fighting, and disappearing when it's needed. And I always say to you that, you know, I sometimes say this, you should be like this walking angel, that you just walk and everyone is like, wow, she's so beautiful, she's so precious. That means walking angel is someone that is a privilege to have her, to see her. And I always say this a beautiful sentence that actually it's a privilege to be in a relationship with you. It's a privilege to know you. It's a privilege to be next to you, to talk to you, see your smile. It's a privilege. And you have to understand that privilege means it costs something. It's something valuable. It's something. Shall I close the door? What do you think? Shall I just go? 1 second. Let me just close the door. 1 moment.
Do you want us to be quiet?
No. Do what you need to do.
No.
Hi everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay. So I lost the connection when I was downstairs. Can someone let me know if you can still hear me, if everything is still alright? Because we tried to connect to different Wi-Fi. I can see myself on the screen, so I can see that it's working, but please let me know if you can hear me, if I'm back. And sorry for it to change. Let me know how it is now. And the sound, I hope it's working. So just give me 1 moment. I will set everything up and then we will continue because I didn't do much, you know? Okay. All right. Okay, I will just wait until everyone gathers because I think we lost some people while I was coming, you know, upstairs. So I'll just set everything up in here. I'm going to be here. 1 second. Okay. Sorry to move. I'm just setting up everything so it's ready because we have so much to discuss. We have so much to do. So I want to be comfortable. Can someone please let me know if you can hear me, if I'm back? I just want to like more comfortable, like here. How is it? Okay. Welcome back. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear. Oh, amazing. Thank you. So I will just bring my laptop a bit closer so I can see you. Wonderful. Oh, God. Where did you lose me? Do you remember? What was I saying? Someone was saying that I was on time today. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I was. I really was. I was like, you know, sometimes when I book the call and I need to do something after, I like move the time. If I'm on the traffic, I always, you know, let you know that I'm going to be a bit later for the call. But yeah, let's just make. Is it straight? So how is the sound? How is everything? Let me know. I don't know where it cut off. What was I saying? I have my notes, so what I will do, I'll just go back. And you know, I don't know how long did you lose me. So I don't know where we stopped. So you know what we will do? We will continue. I will have a look at the conversation. I will have a look at the questions, read everything through the questions, and then we will continue. So I will start like fresh, you know? No, I will continue the chapter, but yes. All right. So I will do like this. I'll just I'll read everything and then I will understand where I lost, because I have the notes here.
اصبر هلا.
One moment.
لا 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 خوتي ما ادري شو بعص.
Sorry, one moment. I'll just get ready and we will do everything. Get something to eat, get something to drink. If you don't mind, I'll just have my water. Okay. It's good to have, someone who takes care of you. All right. One thing before I continue is like sometimes when I want to edit, like when I walk, when I go somewhere, when I edit the call, it cuts the comments. But what can you do? All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for your patience. We're going to continue today's topic. We're going to discuss everything, and we're going to also going to answer all the questions. So before I move on with the things that I wanted to say, let me just quickly read. So first chapter that we started, the rare character. Second chapter is going to be classy slimness, the slimness of the body. And third is going to be high intelligence. So this is all about the secrets of the superwoman. And thank you so much for, I see you when you're writing the summaries, when you're writing these chapters. It's super important. And you're doing a big service for others as well, excuse me. Woman is serving herself. She lives life with an impact. Yes, and we discussed that impact could be anything. Impact could be that you are writing a book. Impact could be that you're getting married and having children. It is your own responsibility. It is your own choice what you want to impact. So I don't want to limit anyone, because there are some women that, of course, it's a rare situation that a woman is created to be a scientist. But in general, women are not there to be like saviors of the world. They are there to serve themselves, to serve their own beauty, to serve, their husband and their children. And by serving, I don't mean that you are a slave or you're a servant. I mean that you are honored to have them, that you have dignity, that you have this humbleness to love them, to take care of them, to look after their well-being. So serving is actually a very beautiful term. Even if you look at the Bible, it says that the greatest among you is going to be the servant. What do you think I'm doing? What do you think I'm doing? I'm the greatest, smart, beautiful, everything. She has everything together, and she's serving with her wealth, serving with her time, serving with her beauty, serving with her wisdom. So the greatest among you is, and what did Jesus do? He didn't need to do anything for us. But he saved us, he loved us, he showed his love. So the first, we're talking about this rare, superior character in this woman, that she's a superwoman. Thank you so much for the super chat. I see the unicorn. I love that emoji. You always say thank you so much. I see you, I always acknowledge you, and you just remind us to be like special, different. Because unicorn doesn't exist. It's like something, it's a horse that can fly. So I think whoever invented it is a genius, Hello, beautiful ladies. Hi, live paused. Oh yes, the live paused earlier. Now it's all good. We're all back to the connection. Wonderful. Okay, thank you. Great. So good to see you. Your presence and your wisdom ignite a frequency within that has been dominant for so long, and men love it. I think it makes them come alive. They are energized by this sparkle. Yes, I agree. Wonderful compliment, by the way. And I, in general, think that when woman in her power, when she knows what she wants, when she knows something from life, when she has wisdom, when she has knowledge, she's completely different. Her magnetism is completely different. She's so much stronger, so much more powerful. She's just magnet for everything, for beautiful things, for success in life, for attracting what she wants in life. That's why, and of course she ignites that in men. When they see actually a woman who is beautiful, who is smart, who is, you look at her and you see, oh, she's different. Men also become alive. Everyone becomes alive, even in our chat. Have you noticed when we connect, the live has its own like presence. It becomes like all these emojis, all these frequencies, all these positive, comments that we say. Everything, we ignite each other. When you have, for example, a beautiful fireplace, and you put the wood, one wood fires another, and then it fires another, and then the fireplace, the whole fire grows bigger. So this is what I'm doing. I try to, fire you up so you can go and succeed and do whatever you want. This is very important. Thank you. Waiting for Tetevik in my new favorite pasteen, like a cloth. What is that? I like when someone's saying the week was on time today. Yes, I was on time, and I loved it. I loved it because I love to book the certain time and then come at the time that I promised. And I connected, and I told in the beginning of live that I arrived 20 minutes early. I'm like, I'm so good, I'm not late. So I love to be punctual, and I want to be there for you. So if I ever promise that I'm going to do live, I will, like, even traffic, even something, I will be doing live. So, but we're good, and it's good to sit in a living room in a quiet, so we can actually do everything we want. Now we're upstairs, so it's quiet, and it's actually more like a peacefulness. All this, it has been raining so much here. I also was waiting for her live. It's sunshine. I'm in Montreal, but I feel like it's been like this for us too. Now someone's saying, are you in New York? And she's saying in Montreal. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining. And it's amazing. Like, I want to be your sunshine, that I want to, inspire you and give you the good energy. And thank you so much for everyone who were saying that the sound is back, that I'm back, that you can hear me. I'm so happy that we can connect, and it's a better internet in here. And yes, you were ending the chapter, and you said it's a walking angel. You were speaking about privilege. Magnetic versus simple, what's the difference? Magnetic versus simple, what I meant when she's magnetic is a certain energy vibration that comes out of her. So when you see their specific beauty, specific beautiful women, when you look at them, there's, like, you can see there's like a sharp light from them. It's invisible for the eyes, but it's visible for our soul. It's visible for our heart. We can feel she's different. There's some kind of light from her, some kind of magnetism. It's just a certain frequency that comes from the human being when she or he is walking. That is called magnetism of the human being. That's a certain charisma. It's the way they talk, the way they sit, the way they move their hands, the way they even move their hair, if it's slow enough, if it's gracious. That is magnetism of a human being. Simplicity is when the human is not even aware how they need to dress, how they need to style, how they need to sit. There are no mannerism, there is no etiquette. So magnetism versus simplicity. So the character. And regarding walking angel, thank you so much for telling me where we stopped. So I was telling, when I was describing this rarity in the character of a woman, I was mentioning that she is this walking angel. And a few days ago, I showed you this picture where I'm standing next to Burj Khalifa, and there are these big, huge gold wings. And it's like, and my face is showing, the confidence. And it's not an arrogance, it's confidence that I know who I am, I know my worth, I know my value. And when I tell you that you're like a walking angel, I want you to imagine how beautiful angel is. And it's like mesmerizing, it's like breathtaking. So that's why I tell you that to be in a relationship with you is a privilege. To know you is a privilege. It's an honor to be next to you, smell you, hold you, to talk to you about certain things. It needs to be in a high regard. And nowadays what women do, they try to beg, they try to run after men and say, oh, I just want him to choose me. And all these videos where they're explaining about being chosen. Chosen? The only way, the only outlet and the source where you need to be chosen is when you're chosen actually by God. That's the only place you need to be chosen at. Everything else, it doesn't matter. If someone doesn't excuse me, choose you, that is their loss, that is their problem. They don't know who you are, they don't know their value. So if we, like we spoke about a Rolls Royce, when it's driving and someone doesn't understand and he thinks that, oh, bicycle is better, go for it. You can buy the bicycle, while we will be comfortable in our beautiful Rolls Royce. So it's up to you to decide who you are. Walking angel, it means I am very special, means I am very unique. I have individual character in me that no one is like me. No one has my fingers, no one has my fingertips, no one has my eyes. Maybe they have a similar eye color, but no one has the exact amplitude of the curve of my eyes. No one has exact amount of eyelashes or exact length of my hair, the color. No one can be exactly perfect like a copy. So everyone is actually, if you think about it, very individual, very different, very separate. And that's why when, I had a girl who called and she said, I was with a man and then he disappeared, he didn't explain anything. Only thing I did for many, many months, for her to recover from this breakup, I will day and night speak with her, send her videos to watch, send her pictures and motivation to remind you, you're so valuable, you're so special. You are so special, you are so unique. Knowing you was so amazing. And I was trying to regain this, create like this big shield around her to remind her how valuable and special she is. That it was his honor to know her, and it is his loss that he went away from her. So any man who leaves you, leaves a woman, you obviously have no values, you obviously have no taste. So when these things happen, I want you to understand that you are a walking angel. You're beautiful, you're so unique, you're so special, you are so needed in this world. So when you're walking, you need to understand, I am special. Superwoman, super. What super means? Regular woman, simple woman, mediocre woman. No. Superwoman. This rarity, this supremacy in her, this superiority in her. Everything with S. Superwoman. I am something even special is with S. Wonderful. S has great, beautiful, descriptions of this woman. Letter S. Special, super, supremacy. Amazing. Let's take it. Superior. So walking angel, this theory that I was just talking once and it just came to my mind that actually woman is very special and very, very unique. It came to my mind exactly when I start noticing how women get hurt, and then they swallow and they think, oh, I need to chase, I need to ask him why he left me. Rolls Royce never asks if someone comes and sits or test drives and doesn't want to buy. He doesn't care. He's like, oh, please, can someone clean my seats? He or Rolls Royce, she, whichever you want to go, it knows its value. But a human being, as a woman, is special that you can give birth, you can give legacy. You doubt yourself. Oh, what did I do wrong? How did I look maybe different? Maybe I was not wearing the right dress. And that's why he left? What kind of shallow man is that? I want you to completely regain and create this circle around you. It's going to be an energetic circle around you. It's like a shield around you that you're creating, understanding that I'm very special. I'm very valuable. I'm very unique, and I will not allow anyone to put me down or not, be with me or leave me or disrespect. I will not allow this. I have a specific shield. And if I want to continue with my beautiful journey of being this superwoman that I chose to be, that I'm not a mediocre woman, I'm not a low-class woman, I'm not uneducated woman, I'm not some kind of, unneeded woman or cheap woman. I'm very valuable. So the first, we're talking about her character, it's her whole demeanor, that I'm very special. I'm super. I'm superior. Excuse me for the sound, my man friend came, so they're sitting in a balcony, but I kind of love it. I would like to turn to show. They look so cute together. And they're best friends. So we have amazing masculine energy, we have amazing protection, and I just love that they're here. I just love that he's here. I really love it. Shall I sneak peek? No, let's respect his privacy. But yes, if you hear, it's him, and you can hear his educated and calm voice, so I just like him to be here, Wonderful. I love the beautiful hearts that you're sending. So this is first what I wanted to mention regarding her character. Her magnetism, not revenging, not fighting with people, and disappearing immediately when she's not welcome, and understanding that she's a walking angel. I'm a walking angel, and people need to be privileged to see me. People need to feel honored that they can see me. I'm a walking angel. Now, are you ready for this number 2? Number 2, we are going to discuss her classy slimness. I wanted to do a separate video to describe to you different things about beauty, about the wellness, about losing weight. And then it came to my realization that actually the woman that I'm describing, the superwoman, she looks in a certain way. Have you noticed? Excuse me. Have you noticed in movies, superhero movies, have you noticed how these women are actually presented with the appearance, the physical appearance, the class? They are very beautiful. They're very well groomed. The presentation is on fleek. The movements are gracious. There's certain softness. There's certain level of etiquette. And they can be very powerful. You know, the movies, of course, you have to understand there is a fiction as well. There's flying and, you know, destroying the world. Absolutely fine. That is normal. But everything is done in a very beautiful manners. Even the colors that they're wearing. Have you noticed the hair is always made? So I wanted to have a completely separate chapter, and this is the chapter we're talking right now about, is this classy slimness about her. And I really want to talk about actually the feminine presentation. Because nowadays there is a big opinion that it's okay how she looks, it's okay, the most important what she can get, but that is not okay. The presentation throughout the generations always has been important. So let's talk a little bit about this classy slimness that we're describing the presentation of this superwoman who has supremacy in her own mind and she has supremacy with other people. So if we analyze her, imagine that she's standing in here and we're going through like step by step and talking about her. You will notice slimness. Slimness, why? Superwoman needs to fly, correct? Wonder Woman needs to fly. Bond Woman needs to be fast. Woman in general, Catwoman, there, have you noticed they have slimness about them? You can have very beautiful luscious chest, everything, go for it, but you have a small waist. Absolutely love how this bow goes with this, you know, there's a bow here, there's a bow here, perfection. So there is a certain slimness about this woman. She's not carrying extra weight that she cannot move herself the moment excuse me, the moment she needs to go somewhere, she's heavy. No, she's slim. I on purposely chose this word to create a new era in your life, new beginning of your life, new chapter. I'm going this direction now. I'm going towards my slimness. I'm starting the journey of my weight loss. Now, if we look at the research and we ask in general women, there is no woman that will say, yes, completely, I'm perfect in my slimness. Every woman, there is a place for her to lose weight. And actually, scientifically, if you look at the anatomy of a woman, she does not need to be too overweight. It's dangerous for her to be too overweight. That will affect her to not be able to actually have children. If she's super skinny and slimness are two different, very different words. Skinny is when the bones are coming, when you are too skinny, when you're barely walking, you're already like a giraffe, a little bit tilting down. And you are so skinny that the bones are coming off. And people, skinniness, usually when people say skinny, it's a little bit off-putting. It does not look very beautiful. And you know, there are a lot of actresses and a lot of people that have a very huge fan base that loves them, and they say, oh, this actress is too skinny, and they actually write messages, write the comments in these actresses' pages. They're different ages, different nationalities, and this is the way how fans actually help them to say, hello, wake up, you are too skinny. Now you are too skinny. One of my favorite singers that I had an honor to actually see her in real life was Celine Dion when I was little. I think I was 18, and I traveled to beautiful, I'm looking, there are flowers on the vase he brought, so I'm just staring at them. I traveled to Sweden by the boat. And it was a really nice journey. I think one day, something like this, and then one night I slept. I can't. Sorry if I've been distracted, but I cannot. He melts me. What was I saying? I forgot. Yes, the Sweden, the boat. So one night I need to spend there, and I remember the night I went to see the ocean, and I felt like, wow, how powerful God is, because I could not see the horizon. So when I arrived to Sweden, I met some of my friends that lived there. I was the best example for me to see whole and wholesome family, because their mom and dad, my friend is a girl and she has a brother, and her mom and dad, they loved each other. They were true soulmates. And I saw how a man can truly love his woman. And he was looking after me like I'm his daughter. He took me to the forest. He showed me they had an absolutely gorgeous house. And then they let me to be a little bit. We went on sailing together. It was an amazing experience. That's when I fell in love with the boats, and when I fell in love with yachts, when I fell in love with the sea. And I still to this day have that picture where I'm standing on their yacht and they're taking a picture of me. You know, I'm like a little cutie girl. And I remember they left me at home. They gave me all these CDs and they told me just enjoy yourself. And I found Celine Dion CD. It was my first time to hear her. And you know, Titanic, the beautiful Love Goes On, all these beautiful songs that she made. And all night I was listening to her songs. And I was, I think, 17 or I think 16 even. Yes, I was 16 actually. I remember I was 16. And I listened to her music all night, and I said in my mind, one day I will love to go and see her. Like I would love to be in her concert. It's so funny that exactly after a couple of years, I had a chance to go on her concert. I was working for a very reputable company, and as a gift for me, they bought the whole, you know, you can have your own like how you call it, like your own place, so you're not with the people, you have your own like a room, and you have the person who's serving you, you have your own food, you have your own seats, you can bring your friends, you have your own people who take care of you, and it's yours, but you're not in the middle with all people. It's like in a big arena. And then I was sitting there, and I accepted the gift. I invited all my friends. We were like 20, 30 of everyone, the food, whatever you want. It's a very luxurious way how they make the food. And I'm enjoying, and I'm standing there, and I'm looking at Celine Dion, and I'm listening to her songs, and I'm thinking, my dream has come true. So dream big. Every dream that I've ever had, ever in my mind thought of, always came true. So I was listening to her and watching her. She's absolutely stunning woman. The voice is absolutely incredible. And have you noticed she's not trying to provoke you with her body? She completely mesmerizes you with her voice. Why? She is a superwoman. I truly believe that there are certain actresses. Marilyn Monroe, in my opinion, is a superwoman. Monica Bellucci is a superwoman for me. It doesn't need to be for everyone. But their beauty, their grace, their femininity is a superpower. So if I own a superpower, it means I'm a superwoman. You have to understand these things. And to tell you the moral of the story, what I was telling you about Celine Dion, after her husband died, you have to understand he was the love of her life. He made her famous. They had a son together. After he passed away, public was noticing that there was a certain difference and a change in the body and the structure of her body. She was becoming too slim. And the public they loved her, and they always tried to speak with her and wake her up that you're beautiful, we value you, we love you so much, but you're too slim. And the public, there was huge articles, these huge magazine headlines that were saying, what is happening with her? We need to help her. And thankfully, now she's back to normal and like going, to be getting some weight on. She understands that this is unhealthy. And I want you to understand that Superwoman, she is not overweight and she's not skinny. These are two extremities, and by the way, psychologically, I will explain to you that if you're going to one or another extremity, you are harming yourself. It's a certain traumatic experience that you're going through. Now, a healthy, normal woman that is psychologically healthy, emotionally comfortable and calm, and she feels safe majority of her life, she will not have extra weight. Extra weight, remember, for all your life, is a protective mechanism. Extra weight, it's like wearing a coat to protect yourself from the cold. So extra weight in general is not good. It never has good consequences, and it never comes from peace, it never comes from love, it never comes from safety. Extra weight always is a consequence of a trauma response. And the trauma response, because emotionally we become destroyed, we create different tools how to protect ourselves. It happens, by the way, subconsciously. We do not sit and think, okay, now I'm going to gain weight in order for me to protect myself. We don't think like that. We find food, then the food becomes our comfort. We become these people that are attracted to food, that gets a pleasure and love from food. That's why it's called comfort food. It's not necessarily good for you. And we overwhelm ourselves with that to kind of dim the trauma, to kind of numb the pain. So overweight, imagine this is one woman in here, overweight woman. This is a trauma response. Usually there is unforgiveness. There is a lot of resentment. There is a lot of pain. Sometimes it could be physical or sensual abuse that she gets from, family or other people. And this is her protective mechanism. She is wearing a coat. So there's a beautiful woman hiding inside this overweight woman, and she's wearing a coat, this extra weight. Now on other side, the other extreme on this side, we have a slim woman, a skinny woman. This is a different type of a torture. You have to understand the difference. While the overweight woman is protecting herself from the world and from the trauma, the skinny woman is harming herself because what happened to her. So for example, if someone abused her, someone verbally is attacking her, instead of standing up for herself and answering and putting that person on their place, she is harming herself. So the aggression is called auto-aggression in psychology. The aggression goes and hits back to her. It's like the arrow, and you're turning the arrow to yourself. So skinny people are suffering with self-aggression, with self-punishment. Psychologically, it's a huge, like a part of the psychology where they're talking about the body types. And if I see the person, I right away know what's happening. I right away know if he's an athlete or he's struggling. I know that if he is not loved by his mom. I know it's a woman who's been abused physically or sensually. I know it's a woman who doesn't love herself. I immediately can look at the body and instantly judge. The judgment is made right away. So now we have one extreme, overweight. It's how we're dealing with a trauma, trying to protect ourselves because we don't know better. That's fine, no one is judging. And the other extreme is this skinny woman that is eating herself. Basically, she's eating her body. She's trying to disappear, and she's trying to become very small and invisible in order for her to disappear. You understand? What's the result of skinniness? It's trying to not be visible, try to not be seen, try to disappear. And the bones are coming, so there is no beauty, there is no grace left. It's just the bones, just so she can walk from one point to another. So these two, psychologically, anatomically, are two extremes. We want to come in the middle, the golden rule, the golden middle, which means I'm not too big, I'm not too small. I'm exactly in the middle. That means the waist is small, the hands are slim and tiny, then the chest is beautiful as a woman, the curves of the thighs are beautiful. So it's an hourglass beautiful figure. So I'm in the middle. There are parts of my body that needs skin, that needs a bit more voluptuousness, and then there are parts of my body, for example, the waist, that needs to be small. And in one of my lives, I was saying, oh, the waist is 32 inch, but then I realized, but hold on, that's not a waist, that's where the chest part is, this. So that means waist is 22. And I was thinking, oh yeah, I need to correct this because people will think it's so much bigger, but actually it's so much smaller. So what I want you to understand is not to try to go to extremes and say, am I trying to protect myself from the world, or am I punishing myself? Protecting or punishing? And this is, of course you understand, this is abusive protection. It's like when you have a child and you are so afraid that they will hit anything, they're like, oh, don't jump, don't touch, don't do this, don't do this. And the child is like, cannot breathe because mom is too worried. So this is abusive protection and abusive punishment. Both are abuse. It's a self-harming mechanism, auto means doing to yourself, punishment. So what I want you to do to kind of analyze yourself, it's very easy to say how much you need to weigh and how tall you need to be. Now, for example, if you are 170 centimeter, what you take, they do different calculations, but I will give you the easiest way, just minus from that 100. How much we get? We get 70. So 170 minus 70, 170 minus 70, we get 100, correct? 100 is a weight. So you remove the 100. And yes, I actually was right. We have 70. So that 70 is your maximum capacity for your weight. So if you're 180, usually men are 180, and they are weighting 150 and so on, that's overweight because it's above your mass of the body. So if we go 170, or maybe you're shorter, maybe you're 160, cute, petite girl, that means you cannot weight 85. That is 25 more than your normal body mass. Body mass is the whole body, the whole skin. How much is the mass? How much you weight? So if you're 165, your maximum is 65 kilos, 60 to 65 kilos. That means you need to put yourself on a weight and see, okay, how much is actually, 82, a little bit too much. And that's why you feel heavy. That's why you get tired fast. That's why your sleep is not good. That's why you get angry. That's why you're more stressed. Because your body mass is pushing you, is like pulling you down, and it's too much for me to carry. Have you noticed when you don't eat too much, when you're light, you are actually happier? Because there is no stress for the organism. It doesn't need to carry too much. So be voluptuous, have the beautiful chest, beautiful thighs, have everything absolutely stunning, but stick to your weight. Stick to your waist to be thin. Make sure that the hands are not too big. There is no extra body mass. And there's certain amplitude of the body that is responsible for your fat in the body and the organism. And there is also the bone structure, the muscle structure. So make sure for you to understand that today I have a homework. First of all, I'm going to find out how much I weight. Second of all, I'm going to take my height, honestly, and minus 100. Just minus 100. If you minus 100, that's the maximum. You're already pushing. That's why I said if you're 165, 65 is already, it's already maximum you can do. It's absolute negotiation, 68. You can go 2, 3, but that's already you're pushing it, pushing too hard. And there is another sequence for you to understand as well. If you're 165 or you're 170 centimeters, you should not weigh 45 kilos. That is too skinny. That is too abnormal for your height. So if I'm 170 and I will weigh 100, 100, that's overweight. If I will weigh 40, that's underweight. So women have this, men don't have this. This is actually scientifically proven that extremities are more known as a trait of a womanhood. Because we just go to extremes. We have a baby, we forget about the whole world. We forget that we have a husband sitting in here, and we just, okay, I'm going to be just with my baby. Or women start working, they're like, okay, I don't need a man, I don't need a marriage, I don't need anything. Okay, focus only on the job. So women have these tendencies to go to extremities. Why can't we learn to be in the middle? Why can't we just learn to have the demeanor, this quiet silence? Okay, I'm going to be in the middle. I'm not going to shake myself to right or left. Why can't I be slim? Why can't I have the correct weight? Why can't I have both? Why can't I have time with my children? Why can't I have time with my husband? Why can't I have time with my passion and with my project? Why can't I have like this time for everything? Why do I get obsessed with something? And then I don't sleep, I don't eat, I don't speak with people. I'm just, I want to do this. This is a character of a woman. And I will explain to you why emotionally and in general, if you look at the psychology, why this is happening. Because in ancient times, woman's responsibility was the baby. And the man could go hunt all day to be away, and the baby was all she had. So she was becoming obsessed with that baby to look after, to raise, because you have to understand, we were more primitive. We had less things to do. We did not have the technology in ancient times. The baby was the whole world for that woman. That's why she learned to go to extremities, to be obsessed with one object in order to survive and in order to have happiness level. So now we don't need to do that. We are not on survival anymore. We're very safe, we're very good, we're very protected. So now we can have it all. And of course, make sure that you make your own balance possible. For me, I don't need a career. I don't need those unnecessary things. For me, the most important is the family values, is the love that I can give to my man, is those things matter for me. I want to create family, I want to create my own home, I want to create this legacy. That's my priority. And in general, when I say have it all, you can have it all in different kind of seasons of your time, of your life. You can have them in the different hours of your day, but you cannot have it all in 1 second. Right now, I can sit here. I cannot be outside, I cannot be in a garden, I cannot be in a restaurant. I can be in one place at the same time and on one time. So do not go and put yourself in extremities. This superwoman ability is to have this classy slimness, that she's slim, classy elegance she has. She's not too much and she's not too little. She's exactly perfect amount. And I will tell you one example before I move to the third and answer your questions, is have you noticed sometimes when you make a soup and if you put too much salt in it, it's not going to be possible for you to eat the soup. And no matter how tasty the meat pieces are inside, no matter how well the tomatoes and potatoes and carrots are cooked, no matter how amazing are the vegetable and the meat and the sauce and the greenery that you put on the seasoning, if you put too much salt, the soup is going to be ruined. And this is what I would like you to understand about your presentation. When something is done in a wrong way, the whole look gets ruined. I'll tell you example. For example, imagine this is what the woman is wearing. Everything is good, the class, everything is done, the body is perfect, the proportions are perfect, but imagine she has purple hair. Or she has yellow, very long nails with the rhinestones. Or she has neon pink shoes. You can be extremely classy everywhere else. 99% can be classy. You can have amazing looks, the presentation, the body, the makeup, the hair. But the moment you choose one object that is completely not classy, you ruin your whole look. That is the salt that you're putting in the soup that is ruining everything. Too much salt, you cannot eat that soup. And you cannot do anything. That soup goes to the waste. And the same is when it's not enough. When not enough, you're eating the soup and constantly grinding that salt and the pepper inside to make some kind of taste. So we want to learn to cook well. And we are our own dish. I'm my own dish. I cooked this. This woman, I cooked her. So I make sure that it's on my own slow fire. I make sure that I do the makeup slowly. It took me, I'm so lucky today, it took me 30 minutes. And I did the eyeliner and I did the glitter. You know, I love these things. I was slowly cooking her. Slowly, okay, let me take care of your hair, let me take care of your nails, let me wash your face, let me prepare you the outfit that you want, let me get you the shoes, let me prepare you. Slow cooking. I'm cooking the tea. I'm not putting too much salt. I'm not removing the salt. I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm cooking myself. So I would like you to learn this. The second chapter that we're discussing in this class is Slimness, is that you learn to cook your body, your own presentation, your own, the way that you dress, your appearance. Because with your appearance, you create a specific ambiance. And people see you and they can judge you and they can understand, okay, this is a valuable woman. This is a beautiful woman. This is an important woman. This is someone to look up to. So this is what we want to create. And I want to say as well one thing about losing weight. So I read this book and I recommend it very often when I do the call with you, to read The Wheat Belly with Dr. David Williams, excuse me. Very well-known doctor. He has his own channel where he explains the videos. He has been on national television explaining all the subject very clearly, that we are not designed to eat the wheat. And I love in his book, it's called Wheat Belly. It's just like, it's a lot of like a donut. It's like a bread on top of each other. It's a very well-known book, and it has been generated and edited and republished multiple times. And so in his book, he explains that the wheat is actually toxic part of the grass, is the seed of the grass that is created from the ground, and it's actually created for an animal, not a human being. Now he explains that a cow has multiple compartments, I think 16 he mentioned, but it's multiple compartments that are the stomach part. And you can see the cow is a very large animal. Now you cannot compare yourself with the amplitude of the mass of the body that the cow has. We have one stomach, one little stomach. Now a lot of people say the stomach is actually the size of your hand. That's why overeating does not exist, because you're eating too much. So he explained that animal can process it because it has so many compartments that it travels throughout all the stomach, and that is created for them. The grass is created for the animals. And now the human being is going to the grass, taking the toxic seeds of the grass, trying to process it, grow it, and then clean it, wash it, and eat it. It is not possible. That's why all the celiac disease, rheumatoid arthritis, all the vision problems, bone problems, teeth problems, is all comes medically from eating wheat. Even the vision becomes dimmer when you eat wheat. You sleep worse when you eat wheat. So all the bread, all the beautiful rice that a lot of nations eat, all the cookies, all the pasta, everything needs to go to the bin. And it's a very different way how to live, and it's very new. But if you do it, I've done it last, it's going to be almost now 9 months. My life completely changed. And I did in the first, I would say 3 to 4 days, I noticed very big change. And I was going to the gym and I was wearing this, like a gym gear, and I noticed that it's falling. And I was like, how is it possible? It has been 3-4 days. And I used to love being active, love going to the gym, love being, investing time to do the cardio or to dance or to swim. But I didn't need to do anything. So now I go less, I eat less, and look better. So I will definitely suggest you to check that. And also the skin clarification, I want to say this, that if you look beautiful, presentable, the body, but the skin is not clear, the pores are not clean, has a rash or redness or blemishes, that's not a Superwoman like. Imagine the Wonder Woman in a movie and then she has like blemishes. It doesn't exist like that. So I would like you to understand and pay attention and analyze your weight, your presentation, and your skin. Where am I lacking? Majority of women lacking it somewhere. Thankfully, I have it all now, but I've always had this idea of me. I always saw myself having all the 3 compartments together. So I would like you to pay attention to that. And of course, the posture, the food you eat, the posture is of course not connected, but the posture, I would like you to keep the posture always straight. There's one very quick exercise that you can do. The only thing you need to do is to push the shoulders like kind of back and then put them down. That's how the posture is immediately corrected. You can do it now as exercise. And regarding the food, I would suggest you to eat clean. That means the fast food, we're not doing takeaways every night. We're not doing eating and drinking fizzy drinks every night. We're not doing everything frying. We're not doing. If you're hungry, the best ingredient, first we are having some liquid, which is water. We're clearing the organism and asking, are you thirsty or you want to eat? Thirst and hunger are 2 different compartments in the brain and in the body. So we first understand give the thirst benefits of the doubt. Okay, maybe you're just thirsty. After the water, we wait 30 minutes and then we can eat. We start with vegetables. I always teach you that I always cut some tomato, I cut some cucumber, I cut some, carrots and lettuce. And I don't season, I don't put any salt, I don't put any creams on top, nothing. Just eat it as a snack. I imagine that I'm a little rabbit and I'm just snacking on that. And after that, now my body had water, then rest for 30 minutes, then I had a snack with the healthy vegetables. Now I'm ready. Or is there meat, or is there salmon, is there something like a soup? What is going to happen? This is the normal way how you live your life. And I'm lucky I eat like once a day, maximum twice a day. Because I don't need to overeat, I don't need to overwhelm my body. And of course, honor your own feminine days, get rest and sleep. This is very important as well to mention. Now let me read your questions. We're almost done. We now finished the first chapter and the second chapter. I will answer your questions and then we will go to the 3rd chapter and finish the call. And this was amazing. Thank you everyone for joining. So let me see what you're saying. I have stubborn fat. Actually, it's proven scientifically that no person is, any fat is not stubborn. It's up to you. It's your limiting belief. Because fat is something that is very malleable. You can be in one, weight, and then after 2-3 months is on a different weight. I had a call with one of my beautiful girls today, and she said, "Oh, I'm on a big journey. I want to lose so much weight." And I said, "Okay, just take pictures." And now she started taking pictures. She said, "I look so different." She's documenting her journey, how she's losing weight. So no, there is no such thing as a stubborn fat. It's just a limiting belief we have. So say, my fat is moving, it's malleable, it's so easy, I get rid of it so quickly. So it's the words that you use can either bless you or curse you. You probably need to get a train fee to understand what kind of weightlifting you need to do and cut off processed food. You mean the training? Yes, you can have a trainer as well. You know, they make like a program for you. As a woman, you don't need to lift very high and very big weights. It's more for men. So let's leave the big weights for men. You don't need 65 kilos to be weighted. You don't need to do this heavy lifting. You know, you can have a little dumbbell, you can lift it, and you can do your squats, and you're going to be fine. It's not a big science with lifting weights. And if you don't have weights, take like a normal water bottle and just start lifting the water bottle. Of course, watch the video how to do it correctly. You don't even need to have weights. Of course, water is difficult because it's like moving all the time. But if you're waiting, for example, you order on Amazon and you're waiting, you just can lift your own water bottle until the weights arrive. And I would suggest you go once to the gym, pay for one consultation, or watch the. There are so many beautiful free videos that YouTube can tell you. Watch how it's supposed to be for a woman, and not watch the video for men. Watch the video that is for women, how to lift weights. But lifting weights is a very good way how to lose weight quick. But I would like you to have also the right food. You know, like you said very well, like remove the processed food. Very good advice. I am 165 centimeters, 53 kilograms too skinny. I feel good, but my parents find me skinny. 53, you're like, yeah, 10, 12 kilos less. You can maybe add 1-2 kilos. 53 actually is not a bad thing. From 50 to 55, girls look usually very beautiful. This is a very nice kilo, 50 to 55. 60 is a little bit, we're stretching. So your ideal will be, you can go 55, you can go 60, but don't go over that. If in your pictures you can see the bones are sticking out, you're skinny. The bone should not be seen. You don't see the bone. You can see the structure, but you don't see it coming off. So I want you to pay attention to that. That's what I do, and it works perfectly. Yes, I've tried the long walks, still had it. It was actually my ex who pointed it out. Well done. And long walks is the best way how to lose weight. In older times, we didn't have gyms, we didn't have the weights, we didn't have all this, and we were still all right. We were still fine. So cute. Yes, thank you. Someone says to the week, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for love, and you're loved as well. You're appreciated in here. I love Celine so much. You are lucky to see her. Oh, it's regarding the story I was telling you? Yes, I'm very lucky. She's a beautiful blessing, and she's a star, you know. She's very different. She's a superwoman. I always walk 10K steps daily, but I don't lose weight. It's actually in your mind. You do lose weight. You might not notice, but you do lose weight. It's unseen. What about women who were overweight from childhood? There is no such thing as being overweight from childhood. The skeleton of a human being is very slim. Everything that you have on top of you, you created it. So there is no such thing as being overweight from the childhood. And actually the research shows that the parents are the ones who make their children overweight very early, at the early age, early times. And also the animals that are living with the people who have pets, they make them overweight. So there is no such thing as overweight child. Your parents made you overweight and the food that they were giving you. So this is, you see how many limiting beliefs we have, and has nothing to do with the truth. Have you ever seen, when people die, have you ever seen overweight skeleton? There's no such thing. That means we are not created to be thick and big and fat, because we cannot move fast. Look at all the animals, they all have, of course, if it's a giraffe, it's a specific amplitude, but the giraffe does not have extra weight. Zebra doesn't have extra weight. Horses do not have extra weight. They are big because it's their bone structure, but they are not fat. Nothing is hanging, nothing is too much. Look at the rabbits, look at the tigers, look at the lions. No one becomes overweight. They all look the same. How comes? Because they have instincts. They can smell, they can know when to stop to eat. They have instincts. So go back to your original design of instincts, what you need to eat and how much you need to eat. And enough protecting yourself or abusing yourself. Yes, get trainers, ladies, so they can guide you on how to lift weights in way tailored to you. I have no extra weight, but still hourglass because of this. And plus no processed food. Wonderful. Yes, the weights, well done, and this is a great advice. Thank you for sharing with other people. And small weights, not too big, yes? Lifting weights is good, yes. Some years ago I was thinking, oh no, it's not for women, but then my man explained to me and I'm like, yes, I understand. But not too heavy, not too much, okay? No competition, no competing with men, no going to be a bodybuilder, not like this. This is good calculation for weight. Yes, and you can read as well the calculations from like internet, what's the best for you, and there are different explanations, but this is the best that my trainer explained to me. He said this is the easiest way. Just remove 100 from your height and you will know your maximum, and preferably go a little bit lower than your maximum, of course. Getting corn and soy-free meat and eggs is so important as well. Yes, I agree. Hello Tetivik ladies, I call extra fat stored energy. Then it's easy, just get more active. Yes, stored energy, wonderful, actually very nice way how to look at it. Like not call fat, but say stored energy. Yeah, I want to be lighter, I want to be fresher, I want to be like a, you know, feather. This is amazing. I love when you're sharing these things. And we have women now that they're on a journey of losing weight, and it's not one. I always look at myself, I'm like, okay, do I need to lose? Not lose, but like I always say give away, you know? Like, is there any weight that I need to give away, like a charity, like a donation? And I always, my dresses that I was wearing 5 years ago, they still fit me. If you have a dress now that you cannot wear from last year, 2 years, 5 years ago, that means you have gained weight. That's why I love wearing the same dresses, and you can see I always take care of it. It's always groomed, it's always tailored, it's always steamed, and I love to be my own weight. I love to sometimes like go down even, but I never aim for getting bigger. I never. I'm a beautiful woman. You can see my pictures, you can see my curves. The moment you gain weight, the waist is out of the window. That's the first thing that women lose, waist. And what are men attracted? What is your usefulness? Is your waist. Look at Jane Fonda, famous actress in Jane Fonda. Look how she looks, and she has always been into aerobics. She's always been into like, I need to be like dancing and jumping. Look at her body. This woman is not 60s. This woman is not 70. Look at her, Jane Fonda. Have a look. She was very beautiful in young years as well. And yes, watching the food, switching to more natural diet actually makes you feel more energy. Of course, I love eating these raw vegetables. They make me happy. I feel happiness when I'm like sitting and swirling and I'm like doing this sound with the carrot or the lettuce. I love it. It's so amazing. I feel great. I feel very happy. Yes, I was the fattiest baby in the family. Everyone would give me chocolate and cakes. I spent most of life eating sugar. Yes, now you're going to the second era of your life. You finished the sugar treatment. Now you're going to healthy diet. And actually, just to let you know, before we move to the third chapter, diet means having a balanced, clean, healthy food. That doesn't mean tablets or not eating or starving yourself. Diet means eating a lot, what you need, in a healthy, balanced way, and a clean, fresh food. Wonderful. All right, that's great. Now if you're ready, let's move to the third chapter. Excuse me for looking down. I'm just looking at my notes so we can continue with the third chapter. And in here, first we discussed the character, the superior character. Second, we discussed the classy slimness, the appearance. And now we're going to the last chapter, high intelligence. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the mind and emotions and the control of the mind and emotions. It's going to be amazing. Being slim is our natural state. I feel for being bigger, thicker, and over-consuming. Oh, I fell for it, yes. Being slim is absolutely our natural body. I agree, this is our natural state. It makes me feel weird when you eat it. What you eat. Something unhealthy? Yes, it's not good to eat unhealthy. New subscriber here. I'm so thankful to God for your channel. I've already binged about 5 videos. Welcome, world, welcome to you. You are so amazing that you can join our live, we can be together, and you can we are so happy to have you here. Enjoy watching, enjoy learning. You are going to have so many blessings. Your life is going to completely change and transform. It's going to be amazing. Yes, stored energy, meaning it's energy, so let us use it then. Yes, I agree with you. Used to lift super heavy weights, never again. Thank you for this comment. I agree with you. Hi, Tetivik. Hi, darling. I can see you're joining. Welcome. Perfect. Now everything is clear. Now let's move to our third chapter. Third chapter, I want to talk about the high intelligence in a woman. And this is not only, by the way, about the smarts or about education or about the degrees, but intelligence is actually how you see the world, Intelligence is critical thinking. When you're listening, you're like, yeah, I agree because she's right. Intelligence is protecting your energy from radio, from TVs, from news, from unnecessary things. Intelligence is seeing things in a beautiful way. By the way, luxury is part of intelligence. Only intelligent person can love and want luxury. This painting I love because I have like a blue pillows, you cannot see, but it matches with like a vase. We have vases here at the TV and everything is matching. So this painting is matching. So it is part of the intelligence to create beauty in the house, in your environment, where you are. It's part of intelligence. So in here, I want to talk a lot about emotional intelligence. And I want to go through a few teachings and explain to you a few moments that as a power in you, as a woman, you want to go through these little bullet points and understand what is that I'm lacking, what is that I don't have, what is that I need to improve, what is that I need to change. And many things I'm going to tell you. This is one of the most powerful parts actually of the video, and we still have 10-15 minutes. Let's go with a big full speed as a boat and gather the whole gems from the video. So what I want you to understand in here, that emotional intelligence is understanding, seeing, observing, and analyzing things that happen in your life. Not comparing yourself to other people, not saying and seeing what is happening in other people's worlds. How am I living my life? What do I want in my life? How do I see my life? This is the whole emotional intelligence. Now, there is one big aspect, and I have this very good tailored and together. It's reading people. That if you look at the Catwoman, Superwoman, Wonder Woman, all these superhero women, they have like this sixth sense to read people. They know when to jump, who to catch, or who to talk to, who to speak about help with. They have this sixth sense of reading people, reading the atmosphere, reading the environment. They have this perfect sixth sense. And this knowing, it's part of your superwoman power. I would like you to, in general, change your mind, and instead of saying, woman, oh, it's just a weak, this unprotected, small, tiny, broken. No, very powerful. Woman, you don't even understand how powerful you are. You don't even know how much your intelligence can save you with. Who you're going to marry, that is dependable purely on how you read people. So if you see a man, he has very a strict, very abrupt, sharp features, that's a danger. Men who are usually husband materials, father materials, have quite soft features. They're very regular and delicate, like a very achievable features. Very sharp, big, strict nose, sharp eyes, and the eyelashes are going little knives. The hair, when you're touching, is too sharp. The whole body is skinny and the bones are coming off. He's too tall. He looks like a knife to me. And then you look, and there is this big, looks like a pancake all over, it's so round, moving like a penguin. The face looks like a sun. It's too round. Also is not reliable, because how are you going to run if someone attacks you? How are you going to move like a penguin? You are overweight. That's why I personally cannot date overweight men. Not because I don't like them, not because I don't want to get to know their spirit, because in my mind, he cannot protect me. He cannot run. Yes, he has a six-pack, but I never requested for a six-pack, but it's natural for a man, if he's intelligent, if he's wealthy, is to train. And by the time you're training, it's inevitable for you to have a beautiful body, to have muscles, to have everything together. I never see, and I never in my life, never in my entire life, never dated a man with a belly. Never. I somehow never attract them. Because in my mind, I'm very healthy. If I don't have a belly, why you have a belly of a 9 months pregnant woman? For me, he's not safe. So start reading people. People with very sharp features are dangerous, because it's more aggression and unreal. You cannot rely on them. So it's unnecessary sharpness. People who are very overweight, very small, very short, very not taken care of. It doesn't matter how they look like. This overweight people, they're also unreliable, because they cannot protect you. They cannot run with you, and they will eat your food. But of course, this is not judgment. We're just analyzing. So, for example, people who work in police and the spies, they analyze the human being. They find a person who is a criminal by the body language, by the movements. But they can find, even if the person is wearing a mask, by the body type, they can know who that is. They can catch from reading the people. And they also take people, when they investigate, they can read you. They can read if you're lying, even without a lie detector. They can see who is who, because they learn to read people. And I have this ability. I can look at the person. I can even tell what kind of trauma they had by just looking at the picture. I said, you have a difficult relationship with your mama, right? She's like, how do you know? I said, it's written on your face. She's like, but how? And no makeup can hide. You know, there are women who, for example, I'm very classy, I'm very elegant. When I'm talking to you, have you noticed I don't talk like this? Hello, my darlings, welcome. Like, I'm not over-exaggerating my mouth. I'm not trying to reveal my teeth too much. I have beautiful teeth. I have a beautiful smile. But women who talk to you, and there are many videos on who are constantly opening their mouths and trying to say, I'm so happy to have you here. What is this? This is people-pleasing. When you're exposing your teeth, that means sensually, flirtatiously, you're more available. That means I'm trying to get you and allure you with my smile. But have you noticed many times I speak in my video and I'm not smiling. I'm dead serious. Because if there's a serious topic for me, there is no need to say that you need to protect yourself from very aggressive men who can hit you. It doesn't go together. Why are you smiling? Why your eyes are blinking? It makes me uncomfortable even to do that. Let me do the massage of the face to relax. When there is a joke, I will laugh. But when it's a serious matter, I don't usually like when people do the video and they are smiling the whole time. There was this girl that I wanted to watch the video for, and she was doing a video about femininity, and I'm like, oh, I would love to read and listen to her perspective. And the whole time, she was smiling, and it made me really uncomfortable. And I understood this is a performance femininity video, and I clicked off. But if she would just sit normal in her living room and just say, you know, I think femininity is this, I would gladly listen to her. So start reading people. People who are trying too much, those are also dangerous people. So intelligence, high intelligence, is to learn to read people like you will read the book. Okay, let me see what this book says. Okay, let me see first chapter. And you read the book. You're reading it. And slowly you're getting to know the people, you're getting to know who is involved as the characters, and you watch people and you judge by their actions, by their life, by what's happening. If I'm telling, okay, so my man is sitting here, I mean, he went to another room, but you heard him. He's here, he was here. You can hear him. So if I say, my man is here, and it's complete silence, and something is like, what is she talking about? Honey, you wanna come? No need to lie, because it's a presentation is all over your face. You can read it. So reading people is part of intelligence. It's part of high density of intelligence. Now, we have few things last that I want to mention is creating boundaries as a part of the emotional intelligence. So one time I was in a very beautiful hotel. The part of the hotel that has 3 different restaurants is a very well-known hotel in the whole world. And there was a very beautiful woman, tall, beautifully dressed, sparkling dress, and she was having argument with one of the securities or concierge, someone like that. And she said one sentence, that's how I actually noticed her and how I heard her. She said, how comes you treat me like this? You have absolutely no emotional intelligence. And that's how I heard her. And then, you know, we were 3 girls, I and with my 2 friends, and we were passing her by, and my friends were like, everything is okay? So we kind of stopped to make sure that everything is okay. And she was with her friends. So we were like 5 or 6 of us, and we tried to protect her. We spoke with her. After I became friends with her, we went out so many times. When I was living in London, she was with one of my best friends. It was amazing how we met. And I'm like, oh, you are very high, you have high intelligence when you're understanding that the way he treats you is because of his lack of emotional intelligence. Not because he's low class or he doesn't know anything, but because he does not have emotional intelligence, how to treat a woman, how to negotiate things, how to discuss things. It's very important for you to understand these things. So now, this story I really want to tell you. So after she had this argument with them, she said, oh, they offended me, they were so not nice to me, so rude. I said, yes. And it's good that you understand this. It's good that you didn't swallow. It's good that you didn't just become a nice girl. And when she was leaving the hotel, she was like, this is outrageous. You cannot do this. Like, she was trying to protect herself and her friends, and you know, everyone agreed with her. But this emotional intelligence that she had helped her to see a lack of emotional intelligence in other people that you are lacking. You don't know how to speak. So I will tell you a great example. So one of the girls that we have, she didn't have the connection. So she went to university library, and she said, it's all right if I sit here, I'll do my things, and I connect. The librarian says fine. After some time, she looked at her and she's like, oh, she was jealous of her. And she's like, okay, I'm going to disconnect. So she went and she disconnected the Wi-Fi. How on earth are you doing this? Why? So this girl saw it and she said, but why did you disconnect? I said, because I decided to disconnect. I don't want you to sit here anymore. So in your mind, if you think about it, it's unheard of. Why would you do it? So you don't like it? But it's a library and it's Wi-Fi. It's not yours. It's not in your house. I didn't come into your house and stealing your Wi-Fi. So that situation, when she was telling me on the call, I said, okay, what did you do? She said, I, in the beginning, tried to stand up for myself, because I always teach women to stand up for yourself. Never swallow disrespect. And she said to this woman, she said, do you think that I'm not smart? Do you think that I did not see what you did? And whatever you did is inappropriate. It's unkind and it's very mean. I will leave now, but I will be careful next time when I come. And if you are going to be here, I will not stay. And I'm going to make a complaint. The woman, she became like this. Because she didn't expect that a young woman can open her mouth and actually stand up for herself. And that's why a lot of people ask me, like, what book I will recommend. I will recommend Anne Dixon. Book is called A Woman in Her Own Right. It's a book about assertiveness, about understanding that I have value as a woman. And no one is allowed to disrespect me. And I want to talk about boundaries. This is very important. I really want to finish with boundaries. I have so much prepared. I want to read everything and I will tell you this. So boundaries means no one is allowed to raise their voice at me. Boundaries. No one is allowed to curse at me. No one is allowed to call me names. No one is allowed to ghost me and then come back. No one is allowed to not answer my questions. No one is allowed to hit me. No one is allowed to punish me. No one is allowed to ignore me. No one is allowed to not apologize when they are hurting me. No one is allowed to do physical or verbal abuse. No one is allowed to touch me if I don't want. No one is allowed to hug or kiss me if I don't want. No one is allowed to have intimacy with me if I do not want. Wonderful list. If you need, you can rewind back and watch again. And every day before you leave the door, you can read these things. They're like human rights. No one is allowed to touch you. You know, no one is allowed to have intimacy with you if you don't want. No one is, in general, keep it for marriage. That's not for dating, that's for marriage. No one is allowed to curse at you. No one is allowed to raise their voice at you. One time I was in a situation and the person was, I could hear they're raising the voice. I'm like, you're not allowed to raise the voice of this woman. I protected her. I stood up for her. So these are the boundaries, like a golden rules. Now let's summarize. Today we discussed secrets of Superwoman. Superwoman, first of all, she has a high character, superior character. She has number 2, classy slimness, and number 3, she has a beautiful high intelligence. Women give birth to babies. Yes, thank you. Wonderful. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you. I see everything you're saying. Yes, I feel if a man can't even control his own health, how he can provide for me and protect me? He can't even protect himself from the fork. That's a lovely comment. I love it. Thank you. Because I feel bad and shallow when I reject guys smaller than me. I just can't do it. You do it correct. You should reject men who are not for you. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for your questions. I loved this live. I send you superpower energy, superwoman energy. Remember that you deserve to have beautiful character. You deserve to be rare. You deserve to have beautiful body, slim body, and have this high, sharp intelligence. Thank you everyone for being in here. Remember that you're valuable and you're a superwoman. And I will see you on my other live very soon. Bye everyone. Thank you.